Dalvin Cook, running back 15 last season, 249 rush attempts, 1,159 yards, 6 touchdowns, 34 receptions on 49 targets, 224 yards through the air. Thoughts on Dalvin Cook?
And so when Dalvin Cook is healthy, he can carry the ball 30 times a game, and you wouldn't be surprised by that number at the end of the game. You see how many carries he's gotten. So I still think they're going to try to feature Dalvin Cook in this offense and use the next guy that we'll talk about as a spellback or as a spot, when you need him, if Dalvin can't go type deal like we've seen in years past. So I think if you're picking in the middle of the first round, Dalvin Cook is still around, because I don't see him getting out of the first round, even though he's now been in the league now for 4 or 5 years. I don't think he makes it out of the first round. So if you're there in the middle of the first round and you're coming up on, Dalvin Cook, or I don't even know who else is there, in the first round, in the middle of the first round, you take Dalvin Cook because he's going to get his touches. Now he probably won't play 17 games, but that's where it comes into the next guy we talk about and how you can, strategize and understand. Because I do think this Vikings offense is going to be, to have a little bit more chutzpah to it, as it were.
So middle of the first round, right? Like you've got the options of Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, Najee Harris there, and depending upon your scoring format, that very well may change kind of where you're going there. Dalvin Cook has been a tried and true kind of guy for you. The problem is that he just doesn't play a full season, right? We have yet to really see that one. This last year he missed 4 full games and played 2 partial games out there. So really he gave you kind of, missed 5 games, 5.5 type of games there. Was fighting some different illnesses or injuries or, just threw out of it. And it was one of those two that, if you drafted him last year, you had to have drafted him very early. He was a consensus second overall pick out there. And, certainly just did not come to fruition. I do see him being a little bit more volatile there as well. He's going to miss, I think he'll miss some games there as well, but I don't necessarily see a big bounce back coming as well. I think that you see a little bit of a bounce back, but again, I think you're going to draft a guy that's at RB5 that ends up finishing at like RB9 or 10.